Hello everyone and welcome to the Fintelligent Investor channel. I'm CA Pratiksha Pai. Recently, we saw that a user of a certain broking platform highlighted that a scam had occurred with her, wherein she had done some purchases of mutual fund units on a particular broking platform, and the terminal showed that she had the units, it had generated the folio number, and it even fluctuated with the fluctuations in the units. However, when she went to redeem the same units, it was then mentioned that she had never done any investment of those units. Now, this can either be a scam or it can also be an honest glitch, but the broking platform ultimately there was of course an issue. She said that the money has been debited, but the broking platform said that money had not been debited and it was a glitch, and ultimately they resolved the issue between themselves. But this raises a very important question. Everyone nowadays wants to invest and participate in the mainstream economy, but we need to have a basic knowledge of a lot of things. So today I thought that with the help of this video, I will talk about what happens behind the scenes when you purchase or sell your shares. See, share markets, mutual funds are definitely a very fruitful investment, but you need to know this basic knowledge. So let us see what happens behind the scenes and who are all the participants that come into picture while you are doing a particular share transaction. Before we go ahead, I have to give a shout out to all those people who commented on my previous videos, because we have this very fun thing going on wherein in my videos at every interval, at every frequency, I tell you that please comment this word, and when you comment that word, then you will get a shout out in my next video. So here we go. The shout outs for today are Kishore, Prakash Gracias, Devendra, Saujanya Nayak, Sanket Nayak, Charles Narayanan, Ajit Kumar, Deepti Sharma, Sandhya Prabhu, Sridharan and JAPS Limited. Thanks to all you guys for commenting on my video. Let us go ahead with this video and let us see what the most important thing that you need to know today, which is what happens behind the scenes when you do a share transaction. It can be either a purchase or a sell transaction. Please understand that we will not be going too technical, but I'll try to keep this as simple as possible, and you will be very clear within the next few minutes who are all the participants and what all happens when you undertake a share transaction. Let's dive in. The first participant available to any investor or trader is a stock broker. See, when you want to purchase any shares or sell any shares, when you want to invest or trade in shares, of course, you first need to have a demat account with any stockbroker. Who is a stockbroker? Let us understand with a very simple example. Say you go to a grocery store. I'm not telling supermarket. Say you go to a normal kirana store and there is a helper who is standing in the front. And say you want sugar, you want wheat, you want rice. Will you jump inside the shop and take sugar and wheat and rice? No, you will tell this person, you will tell that guy or girl standing in front that I want so much kg of sugar, so much kg of wheat, so much kg of rice. And this person goes inside and then packs these things for you. Similarly, when you want to purchase a share, you place your order with your stock broker. A stock broker is a corporate entity registered with the stock exchange as a trading member. They hold a stock broking license and they are regulated by SEBI, and they have to operate as per the guidelines of the SEBI. So now when you want to buy or sell a share of, let us take an example of Reliance. Will you go to the Reliance MD and tell him that I want to purchase a share of your company? No. From your point of view as an investor or a trader, you place your order with your stock broker through your demat account. You can have a demat account with any of the stockbrokers of your choice. You can have any number of demat accounts, just like how you have any number of bank accounts. In the same way, you can have any number of demat accounts with any broker of your choice. And nowadays in the sense, since past many years, you can place your buy and sell orders through their web app or their mobile app. If you are with me till here, please comment the words stock broker and get a shout out in my next video. For all the services that a broker offers to you, the broker will charge a fee or a commission called as brokerage, because they offer you various services like access to the markets and facilitating fund transfer and providing trading margins and issuing contract notes. So that is why they will charge you a fee. This fee is called as brokerage, and this brokerage fee will be different. It will vary from broker to broker. So many a times when people want to open their demat accounts, they will also compare the brokerage fees on various platforms and then they will select their broker. So this is the brokerage, that is the broker's fees for offering you various services. Once you place your order with the broker, do you think the broker will sit with a lot of shares and whichever shares you want, they will transfer it to your account? No. Once you place an order, your order with the broker, then it goes to the next market participant, which is the stock exchange. And stock exchange is a place where you can exchange your stocks, basically, buy or sell. So in India, we have two major stock exchanges. One is the BSE, that is the Bombay Stock Exchange, and another is the NSE, that is the National Stock Exchange. See, in simple words, stock exchange is a place where buy orders and sell orders are placed, they are matched, and the transaction takes place. Now everything is in an electronic mode and everything happens with a fraction of a second. But before the online transactions were introduced, literally you may have seen in various web series as well, people who are bidders as well as people who are placing their offers, that is the buy and sell transactions, both the parties used to stand and shout out their orders and orders used to be matched and transactions used to take place. However, now this happens in fractions of seconds, wherein buy orders and sell orders are placed with the stock exchange, matching happens and the transactions takes place. If you have understood till here, then please comment stock exchange. Now, once the trade is executed in the stock exchange, then the trade moves on to the next market participant, which is the clearing corporation. Now, basically at the clearing corporation, it is ensured that the trade is cleared and executed in a proper manner. We have two clearing corporations in India. One is NSCCL, which is a subsidiary of the NSE, and we have the ICCL, which is the subsidiary of BSE. So see, basically after the trade has taken place, the clearing corporation makes sure that the trade has been executed. So basically, after the trade takes place on the stock exchange, the clearing corporation makes sure that the trade has actually gone through and got cleared. What does this mean? It means that the person who is purchasing the share, his money has actually been debited and gone to the seller, and the shares have actually been debited from the seller and have gone to the purchaser's account. Now, once the clearing corporation has ensured that the money is debited and the shares are credited, then we come to the next market participant, that is the depositories. See, earlier we used to get something called as share certificate, which was a physical piece of paper. Now everything is in the online mode. Okay, so basically a depository is a digital locker where all your shares are stored digitally and which you can view on your broker terminal, on your broker's screen, wherever your account with your broker. Okay, so that is what the depository does. It holds all your shares in a digital manner. Again, there are two depositories in India. One is the CDSL, which is the subsidiary of BSE, and then we have the NSDL, which is a subsidiary of NSE. When it comes to the depository, it is the last leg of your transaction, because here the shares will actually get credited and also reflect in your account. Now, at the beginning of this video, I had talked about that scam where a lady had purchased mutual fund units and it was appearing on her broker terminal as well. But when she went to redeem it, it was said that she had never purchased those shares. So here, in such a scenario, what you as an investor or trader should do nowadays is that these depositories send you a statement every month called as ECAS statement to your email, wherein you can have a look at what are all your holdings which are held in a digital format, which are related to share market. It could also be SGBs, etc. Your shares portfolio, stock portfolio, and your how many mutual fund units you are holding with which fund scheme, etc. So even though you can see your shares on your broking terminal, it would be wiser to download this ECAS once it is sent to you every month, and have a look at it. And if your shares or your mutual fund units are reflecting in your ECAS, then it means that the entire transaction which we discussed till now has taken place properly, and the shares have, or the mutual fund units have actually been credited to your account. If you are with me till here, comment the word depository in the comments. Now we have seen how a transaction flows through, and finally we come to the regulator of all these market participants, which is the SEBI. So SEBI is the financial regulator of all the market participants, and it is also SEBI who prescribes the rules and regulations for all these market participants by keeping the investors and traders' interests to the core. So basically SEBI is there for protecting the interests of the investors, and all the rules and regulations are drafted and enforced in a manner in which the investors' interests are protected. If you are here, if you are with me till here, then comment the word Fintelligent in the comments. So some key takeaways that we got to know in today's video is that basically when you undertake a share transaction, it goes through broker to stock exchange to clearing corporation to depository, and all these are regulated by the SEBI. Also, when you are doing any online transaction for shares, mutual funds, it is always prudent and safer to check the ECAS every month and see to it that your purchases are reflected in the ECAS. If there is any glitches, you should at that point in time only raise that issue and get it sorted. If this video was useful, just like this video, share it with your friends and family so that everyone is aware of these things that happen behind the scenes in every share transaction. Subscribe to our channel and also share our channel also with your friends and family, because we are going to come up with more such interesting videos even in the future. Hope today's video was useful. I'll come back with yet another interesting video. Thank you and bye.